Welcome to today's video. In case you don't know me yet and you're new to my channel, my name is Freya. I'm 47 years old and I'm currently 22 weeks pregnant with twins that I conceived through embryo adoption. We had they were not frozen, they were actually fresh embryos transferred in the Czech Republic. May 14th was my transfer date, and the due date is January 30th, 2022. That's a cool date, 2022. We're actually, right now, we're doing like a little tour. We just went and got a baby carrier. I'm trying to get a lot of things used. I'm very frugal and I'm somewhat of a minimalist. So I try to get things used that I can get used. I mean, a lot of things I will only use for a short while. I think I'm good with clothes for newborns. Maybe I'll need to get some follow-up sizes up to 3 months so that we're covered there. And we just picked up the baby carrier that was only a couple of towns from where we live. And now we're on our way. It's going to be 38 minutes drive to look at a stroller, a double stroller. And hopefully, you know, if everything looks good, we're going to get that. And it's going to cost less than half of what it costs new. And it has everything with it. So let me just give you some short updates about my pregnancy. I think my belly is really popping now. You can't see it now, but I will definitely insert a belly shot at the end here. It is getting harder to turn around in bed at night and to get up and all that, just because my ab muscles are just not where they used to be. I still work out every day and it feels so good. I do lots of squats and like different exercises. I even do exercises with light weights, you know, just nothing crazy. It's not anything to build, it's just to keep up my muscle tone and keep up my cardio and get my heart rate up. I always watch my heart rate. I try to not get it above 140 too much. And it really does help me to feel so much better. I don't have any back pain so far, which is awesome. And when I think about the fact that I actually, you know, the due date is January 30th, now is the end of September, I actually still have 4 months left. When I look at my belly now, I'm thinking, that's crazy. I don't know how is my belly gonna look by Christmas. It's gonna be insane. So let's just see how that all goes. But right now I'm feeling pretty good. It's kind of crazy. I don't have any acid reflux. I don't have heartburn. My digestion's great. I don't have any constipation. Everything is great. Still, I'm still in my second trimester glow. I don't know. I'm grateful while it lasts, because I can already feel that it's gonna be harder and harder the more the belly grows, just because of the fact that the size and, you know, just my muscles, my belly muscles, it's just really hard. And I can tell sometimes getting up, I can't really go up anymore. I just always have to go sideways. And the cool thing is that you can actually still train your obliques, your side ab muscles, while you're pregnant. That is okay. So that does help stabilize your core, and you definitely still train your core when you do. I do some balancing kind of exercises. I still do yoga sometimes, not as much as I used to, but I just feel cardio feels so good. Also to control my blood pressure, which right now seems to be really great. I take it every day. But of course, next time at the doctor's office, I know for sure it's going to go up again. Every single time when I'm at the doctor's, it's just high. And then when I'm at home every single day, it's never really high. It's always like, what was it today? Like 128/82, which is really great. So I'm really blessed to have a doctor who doesn't freak out. He's calm. He doesn't throw around the word risk pregnancy, like high risk, because I'm 47, plus it's twins. He doesn't throw that around. He's very confident and he doesn't panic or anything, which is definitely a bonus. And I have a midwife and I see her frequently. So far I've only had an ultrasound once a month, and that is going to continue, you know, unless there are problems. So far there are no problems at all. That's going to continue until the last month, and I think just the last month I'm going to be like every other week or so. And then, you know, from the due date, when it's about to get dark because I'm in a tunnel, from the due date, I'm sorry y'all, it's dark now. From the due date on, if I go to the due date, of course, then they check you frequently. Now, of course, my birth plan still includes the possibility to go to a birthing center. I am still talking, like I'm still trying to talk to some people. I'm talking to a doctor and seeing if he has connections to other doctors, because the law says that the midwife cannot be the only one attending your birth in a birthing center if you're birthing twins. But there has to also be a gynecologist present. So if I can just find someone who can be there, then that would be amazing. Now, of course, safety first, and of course, all I want in the end is 2 healthy babies and 1 healthy mama. But if, you know, if this is only if everything goes well, there's no signs for any complications, and at least baby number 1 is head down, ideally both, but if baby number 1 is head down, if baby number 2 is breech, that is totally, it's not actually a big problem if someone's experienced, especially for twins. If the first twin passes through, everything is wide and open already. That does make it easier for the second twin who may possibly be in breech position, you know, legs first or bottom first, to actually come through easier. So if all those things align and everything is perfect, then there is the possibility of me to maybe birth in the birthing center. Because I had a comment, you know, like, oh, I just need to be careful. I am very careful. I know when it's time to, you know, go to the hospital, but I also know that as long as there's not a pathology, it is a natural process. And as long as I'm healthy, babies are healthy, there's no sign for any distress on either side, then, you know, there's no reason why it shouldn't be possible to just naturally have 2 babies. Other than that, there's not a lot of new stuff. I mean, it's just not a lot of news. I work, I feel good, and I always look at being pregnant as it's almost like it's another job. And my job is to take really good care of my body. That's my job. So I have, of course, like I'm a mom already. I have a business, but then also my job now is to keep my body in its best shape. I've been taking baths, like not hot, but just nice, comfortable, warm baths. It just feels so good. Like before I go to bed, it's just so relaxing, and I lie there for about 15 to 20 minutes. And my daughter, she's in the back, she is so sweet. She then will wash my belly, and I can actually feel the babies move, even from the outside now. When I put my hand on my belly, I can feel them move, and they're really starting to kick now. Sometimes I feel like they're having a dance party in there, which is amazing because it gives me a lot of reassurance. And still, I think I feel baby 1 a lot more. Baby 2, I am starting to feel right here, like on my right upper side, but it's weaker because it's a little behind baby number 1. So now we're just hopefully picking up the stroller, and I'm gonna show you if I get it. It's the next day and we got the stroller. Before I show you the stroller and something else that we got, I did want to show you my bump. So here it is. Okay, so I of course live in leggings. Let's see if you could see this better with a little contrast. Yeah. it is definitely getting really big. And I feel, I don't know, I can still see my feet, but it's not gonna be much longer before I can't. And I feel it's so big already. I'm happy about it, but at the same time, I'm like, where is it gonna go? It's gonna be so gigantic. But I love my bump, no stretch marks yet. But of course, there's so much longer to go. I have almost 4 months left. So here's the stroller that I decided to get. And I got it for literally less than half price. I think it's in really good shape. It's a mountain buggy. And I forgot what it's called. I'll put it in the captions. And it literally came with everything. Now what I love about it, and I will give you in detail, like a more detailed review. The first thing is the handbrake. Because there's going to be 2 babies in there. And we have a dog. And I go for walks a lot, and it's quite steep sometimes, and so this is definitely a must because it gets really heavy with the babies and all the stuff that you take with you when there's a decline. And I love that they have all these things here, so you could just, you know, if you have a bag, you can put it on here, or just whatever you want to clip in here. And it also has a strap, which I think is very useful. You just put it around your wrist. And then, you know, if I go run with this, you know, I have a safe grip in case I let go here. You can't lose it. And another thing that I loved, of course, you can adjust the height of the handlebar. And what I love is it has air tires. I think there's an option you can actually order solid rubber tires, but air tires are actually great. Because it softens, you know, it just gives you some cushioning, and it's like a spring. Plus, you know, when you're in the forest, this is actually so much better. And I think it has a lot of space down here. There's an extra bag here. So I think that's pretty good. So there are 2 bassinets right now. I put the bassinets in there. Plus, it's very small. This is the most important argument for this one was it is not much wider than most single strollers. So fitting through doorways, and like if I go buy groceries here in town, I go to little stores, this will actually fit through mostly everywhere. It's very easy to maneuver, and it has everything with it. And I'll give you a detailed review later on. So the 2 bassinets, and it's also got the 2 seats when they get bigger. It's also got an in-between solution. It's like a hammock a little bit, where they sit at a slight incline. I'm already out of breath again. So when they get a little bit bigger, but they can't quite sit stable yet on their own, then we have like this in-between. Plus it has 2, how do you call those, sacks where you put them in, like, you know, really warm for the winter. So it's awesome. It has so much that came with it. And I'll show you soon all the stuff that comes with it. I also got one of the baby carriers. I got a Maxi Cozy. And this is the exact same one we had for our daughter. And it's one of the lighter ones. I didn't want to get a heavy one because you're going to have 2 babies to carry. And then there's a family fix. You fix this in the car with an ISOFIX, and all you have to do is just kind of click this into here. So no seat belts putting around here. It's very easy, and I got this used very cheap, and this also for less than half price. So that's all for today's update. I will try to give you another update soon. I have my next ultrasound appointment next week at 23 weeks, so I will probably post a video then. Until then, all of you who are still on your TTC journey, be keeping my fingers crossed, sending prayers your way, sending lots and lots of baby dust your way, whether you're trying to conceive naturally or through embryo adoption or IVF or IUI, whatever way. I am sending you all the positive vibes that you will be successful soon and that you will have your baby, your promised baby. I feel like these 2 babies now are because I had 2 miscarriages over the course of the past 3 years. And I feel like once I got pregnant naturally, and the second time last year after the transfer was a blighted ovum. So I got pregnant, but no baby developed. And I feel like those 2 babies now those are my rainbow babies. So, and if you're not trying to conceive, but you're just interested in my videos to follow along, it's awesome that you were here. Until next time, be blessed. And keep in mind that family is just the most important thing.